guys! Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. This video shout out goes to Jessica P. Jessica, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button and becoming a new fawn and leaving your amazing comment. That was so sweet of you. Oh my goodness, I love that that's how you found my makeup channel, was through looking for like makeup or eyeshadow palette collections, because that just means that we have so much more in common because we are eyeshadow palette addicts. And that I can introduce you to a new brand that is amazing because Makeup Addiction Cosmetics is so good. Another fellow fawn, Laura, is the one that actually introduced me to Makeup Addiction Cosmetics, and I've been addicted to them ever since. So it's so funny how like everything is intertwined and how it all works out. And thank you so much for saying that you think I'm so sweet and so genuine, and for being a new subby. It means everything to me. I cannot begin to tell you. So hitting that subscribe button, leaving a comment, saying I'm one of your new favorite YouTubers, everything in between is just amazing. I know the whole fawn family just welcomes you with open arms because we are all just one big, positive, happy, makeup loving, obsessed community. And you are gonna fit right in. So thank you again so much, and I really hope that you stick around. So I love you already because obviously we got some things in common. So this video, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, is on this baby! And I'm so sorry if I just bursted all of your eardrums. I had no idea this was arriving today because I had poor Kurt sitting beside me when it was minutes before launch time, so we could both be refreshing Morphe's website, and whoever was able to check out the fastest, you know, was the one that was going to get the order through. And Kurt ended up beating me to it because my computer just was staying in I was in processing for checking out. Like I made it through every stage to the credit card where it just kept saying processing and processing, and it just wouldn't finish it. And then his just went through like that, and it's the same credit card. I mean, different numbers, but we both have the same, you know, account together. So I have no idea, but he beat me to it for little. But I signed up for tracking notifications, and I never got tracking notifications. So today when I was like out and about with my dogs, I wasn't gonna film today because I pre-recorded a bunch of videos, so I was getting things ready. We have visitors coming for a few days, so I won't be able to film for about 3 or 4 days. So I didn't care if my allergies were out of control because I haven't been able to enjoy outside because everything just gets so bad. So that's what I did all day, was like, you know, clean and get things ready and go outside with my babies, and I had to go to the vet. Nothing bad, don't worry, just vaccines. But then I like put my night creams on, and then I knew I had some packages at the door, but I thought that it was like animal feed that I order off of Amazon, and I knew I had like a Sephora package that just had a lipstick in it that was no big deal. And then when I was opening everything, I was like, are you kidding me? It is very late. I am so tired, but this woke me up. Let me tell you, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna film with night creams on. Here we go. I loaded up on antihistamines like crazy, nasal spray, pills, my eye drops, everything. Lay down for 30 minutes, cold compress. I mean, you name it. I did every trick in the book I could think of, and here we are. So I'm gonna, throughout the video, you're gonna hear all the pros and cons to this palette. The pros so outweigh the cons. this palette is seriously phenomenal. It is unlike any Morphe palette. I own a couple Morphe palettes. I want to say I have 3 or 4 palettes from Morphe. I think I have 3 that I've used and a 4th one that I've never touched. I think that's what it is. And the quality is just okay, which is weird because, you know, it's more expensive than like a BH Cosmetics palette, which is so much better, for instance. But Jaclyn Hill did not mess around. I really, really hope that Morphe continues with this formulation because this formulation is truly incredible. It is so buttery and creamy. The mattes are so creamy. There's still shadow kickback. Look at these colors. I mean, you guys are going to see all of this anyway. And then the mattes have a lot of kickback, which I show you zoom-ins. What really floored me is that Jaclyn missed the packaging being white. It comes looking really pretty, but it instantly gets dirty when you start working with makeup. On my viewfinder, it's not showing up, and I think it's because it's so reflective, but there is so much eyeshadow dirt just from holding it already, even though like I clean my hands with makeup wipes nonstop. So that was a really big oversight, and that is gonna drive my OCD crazy. So if anybody is like me, just beware. I wanted this one to be like on display, but that will drive me nuts every time I walk into my beauty room. So this will just be with like the rest of my palettes, not like on display in here, unfortunately. There's a little bit of fallout, which I do my eyes first, but it sucks because even doing the lower lash line, there was a lot of fallout. Most of it wiped away easily. I think why not all of it wiped away was because I had amped up my highlight with an illuminating setting spray, so the fallout stuck to it more. So I would just suggest don't amp up your highlight with an illuminating setting spray using this palette because there is fallout, which is no big deal. Just don't use something that's sticky for setting your face, because I always set everything before I then go in and do my lower lash line because I want all the powders and everything to come together first. I don't want like a hot mess of everything going on, and I've never had that experience before. Like, I've done this 100 times at least where I have set it with like an illuminating setting spray, and that's never been an issue. So that was the only thing that was a little bit weird. But I mean, wait till you see the swatches. They are so beautiful. I could not decide what to go for. I ended up going for like a fun, colorful, summery look with like the blue, the glitter, the halo, a purple underline. I even did a colorful waterline, you know, purple for the underneath the lower lash line. But the cranberry tones, like when I swatch out like this corner, I died. Oh, as I put my finger in it. When I swatched out the baby pinks, I died. That's like brush marks in there, don't mind that. The gold, the mattes are so creamy. The blue, the purple, I used these 2 colors. I used this color, like every shade. She perfected the formulation. I just so hope that Morphe sticks with it. Everybody needs this palette in their lives. I know some people were complaining about this palette being $38 compared to Morphe's like $22.99 palettes that are typical. But look, this even folds over where the other Morphe palettes don't. This is a much better quality palette despite the fact that it should not have been white. Or see, look at that. I touched already. There's more, that's not even the shade I put my finger in, and there's more gunk on it already. This is gonna get so dirty so quickly, and this is one-time use. So unfortunately, that was a really big oversight. It should have been a material that's more washable. So that's just it sucks because she put so much heart and soul into it over the last 2 years for that to detract. You know what I mean? Like, ugh! But the eyeshadows, which like really, that's what matters at the end of the day, perform so well. Every single swatch is so beautiful. The colors, the selection, the way everything is laid out for you, it's almost foolproof, where you could just like pick a row and essentially use transition shades and then like pick whatever foil shade you would want. Like the way it's even laid out, she did a really great job. It's not totally like that. I mean, Natasha Denona does a better job for that, but considering that this is still a Morphe palette at $38 versus $239, Jaclyn did an amazing job, because you can still kind of, your eyes can see what transition shades will work well with what, you know, metallic shades that you can really amp up and make them foiled. Just, I need to stop rambling. You're going to see the swatches. Your minds are going to be blown if you haven't already seen the swatches, which I'm sure you have. I personally only watched Jaclyn's video and then one other person's video. I can't remember whose it was. Oh, and our palettes don't come with that little sheet that says the shade names on it, which is another really crappy thing, because the PR packages all had that and we don't get that. So we don't have any shade names. So I think that was really crappy, because that could not have cost much. So unfortunately we don't have that either, but the shadows perform amazingly well, aside from the little bit of fallout, which, like I said, just don't use an illuminating sticky kind of spray and you'll be fine. I think they'd wipe away no problem. And I just think everybody really needs this palette because it's still affordable. You know, it's $38 for the palette plus like $8 for shipping and then a couple dollars for taxes. But when you use somebody's code, it almost cancels out the taxes. So I still think that everyone really needs to get their hands on this palette. It's just, I know that's out of stock. They're restocking it. So just sign up to be notified. If you can get it, get it. I think that this one is going to be, it is absolutely hands down Morphe's best palette ever. You can tell Jaclyn knew what she was doing with the formulation. I now see why it took 2 years of back and forth with how picky she is, because I would be the same way. So it totally makes sense on why it took so long. I think that Jaclyn tried to make these as creamy as a Natasha Denona palette. I really think she tried to mimic the formula as best as she could on a Morphe budget. And I think she nailed it, if that's what she was after. And that's kind of the feel I got working with it, swatching it, is that she really did her best to get it to that high-end quality, but with Morphe. So I'm so impressed. I think, like I said, she killed it. I love it. I just hope that you guys can get it. I'm so excited to play with like every shade. I have so many looks in mind that I want to do with this palette. I can't even begin to tell you guys. I'm going to have one palette for a giveaway because I ordered 2. So there will be another one down the road for a giveaway. So we'll wait and see when everything kind of settles. Oh, Dumbo decided to join us. Along with, this isn't the special palette giveaway I was talking about though. Like I told you, there's a lot coming up. So anyway, I've been talking for way too long for this intro. So if you guys want to see how to get this eye look, see these amazing swatches, see everything in action, see where the pros and cons are along the way, which I said there are so many more pros than there are cons, but I'm giving you every like little bit down and dirty on this palette, then just keep on watching. Look what just arrived at my door! I was not expecting this today. Oh my goodness, look at this. I'm so excited. I cannot believe when this came in. Oh my goodness. So please excuse any extra like eye running. I am so puffed up. I was not going to film today. I was outside a lot, so my allergies are like flared up through the roof, but I was enjoying like outside time with my puppies. We had to go to the vet and I had the window down and I'm like, whatever, I'll let my allergies get out of control so I can actually enjoy the outdoors. And then this just showed up. So we need to get into this right away. But these are like the cutest pictures of Jaclyn ever. Like, seriously, could like these not be any more fun? I love this one though. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. So it says, creating this palette has truly been a dream come true for me. Morphe gave me full creative control and allowed me to customize my dream palette for everyone to enjoy. Every shade was customized by me, and I really hope you guys love it as much as I do. I wanted a range of neutrals and pops of colors to accommodate all skin tones. I put my heart and soul into this palette, and I hope my pickiness pays off. XO Jaclyn. Oh my gosh. Please don't be anything, bro. Oh, it has JH, her initials, all over the back of it. So that's what the back looks like. I apparently got the back first. There's the front. Oh, I love it. Oh, this is gorgeous already, though it is dirty already. Oh, that is a bummer. The white is definitely going to be dirty very easy. Nothing's broken. This palette is dedicated to all my loving subscribers. XO Jaclyn. A little bit of the powders are slightly messy, like over here, but that is, and in the middle, I'm not sure if you guys can see, like over here, but that is okay. Look how gorgeous these shades are. I am not gonna even know what to do with, like, oh my god, I don't even know. I don't even know. These are so pretty. Does it fold over? Here, this is her. That's so sweet. No mirror. Oh, it folds over. That is amazing. Look at this baby. Oh, I need to look at this for a second. Oh my goodness. There's so many gorgeous shades in here. Like, they're all everything. This is perfection. The shimmer shades are so beautiful. Now I need to swatch 35 shades. Oh my gosh, I may have purchased a second one for a future giveaway. That's not going to be in the like super big palette giveaway that is upcoming. It's going to be a special on its own palette giveaway, but this is still not the palette that I'm talking about that is also going to be a palette giveaway. I told you guys they're really lined up for the summer, but just, oh my gosh. All right, I need to get to swatching. Oh, I meant to answer Charisse and Susan P. So I should do that before I forget and get all caught up in the excitement. Yes, Charisse, I'm not making any money on YouTube with the exception of some advertising. I've made like $200 literally, and I've been at this for 11 months now, and that's just from ads that pop up when you guys see it before my videos play. I guess some of them are movies because I talk so much. So it is very, very small cash. I mean, $200 over, 11 months. doesn't really help at all. My primary source of income is, this is going to answer Charisse and Susan P. I'm not a licensed attorney. My husband is. We both went to law school together. He took the bar in Michigan. I have not taken the bar yet. I plan on taking it in Canada because we are both going to move back to Canada when his girls are 18. So right now I work for a firm doing a lot of legal research and writing. I meet with clients, I do initial intakes, I do a lot of legal work that is like to the maximum capacity without being an attorney. So I take so much pride in enjoying that. I love doing what I do, especially meeting with clients, and I just connect with people and I love it. So that's my day job. And so it is very difficult, obviously, juggling my day job with this, and then I come home or I work from home most of the time with the exception of client meetings, all of my legal research and writing, and doing anything over the phone or Skype meetings, that's all done at home. So I'm very lucky to have that flexibility. And then my income goes into makeup now. So Charisse, I never bought this kind of makeup before YouTube. I had a very small makeup collection. I was makeup like addicted, but I literally didn't even own a palette before YouTube. I just bought individual shadows that spoke to me and worked with that, and loved makeup since I was like 6 years old. I'd apply it before school. My parents let me play and just be me and do me and have fun, and I'm so grateful to them for that because they let me express myself however I wanted to, even if it meant, you know, putting myself together looking crazy. So now that I'm doing YouTube, I put every last cent of extra money that, you know, I budget for gas and groceries, but aside from that, everything goes into buying makeup so I can review it for you guys, do tutorials, everything like that. And then the hubby takes care of the house expenses and everything that goes along with that. So we just really try to balance it out because he's super supportive of me trying to make a career out of YouTube. We're both really hoping that something takes off, and if not, I have my Juris Doctorate and I will be practicing law. So that's kind of the situation that we're in, and that's how I'm able to buy my makeup, but I'm not licensed yet. I just have my JD degree, so yeah, so yes. Anyway, I just wanted to answer both of your questions, and so I'm gonna get to swatching this amazingness. This is beautiful. I think Jaclyn could not have done a better job color scheming. The transition shades look amazing. The metallic shades look amazing. Today, I am just going to go with whatever speaks to me, even if it's something where it's a look that I have kind of recently created. You guys know that I always try to switch it up, but today I'm just gonna go with what my heart feels, and then you guys just lay on the requests, and I will be so happy to do whatever you guys request. So I will be right back. I have goosebumps. I'm so excited. And for those of you who also don't know, Jaclyn is the inspiration behind me starting my channel. Kurt was pushing me for about a year before I started my channel because he knew how passionate I was about makeup. And then one of my best friends told me about Jaclyn Hill. I never watched YouTube until last June. So I started watching YouTube a year ago, and then she's like, you have to watch Jaclyn Hill. And it took me a couple of weeks to even go watch her because I literally never used YouTube for anything. I hate it. I'm like, YouTube is stupid. And here I am. And the very first video I watched of Jaclyn was her contouring video, like her in-depth contour baking video. And I fell in love with Jaclyn the moment I watched that video. And I binge watched her for days and days and days. And I could not get enough of Jaclyn. I loved her like immediately. So the fact that she has done this is incredible. it's kind of weird to say like that I'm proud of her, that she's been able to come this far and have her own palette and make her dreams come true, but I am, because this is such an incredible goal to have achieved. So she's the reason why I'm here and doing this, because I saw just how much fun it is. So anyway, I know this, I'm rambling. I'm so excited for this palette. I'm so excited for Jaclyn. This is just, I'm gonna get to swatching now. I'm gonna get to swatching and I'll be right back. All right, I had to come back on here for a minute. I just finished swatching the first row, which includes like some of the satin mattes and the metallic foiled, and they are all so insanely creamy. I have never seen something like this before out of Morphe. If they continue to release palettes like this, it is going to be a game changer for Morphe. This formulation is incredible. Jaclyn's pickiness, as she called it on her writing, oh, that's only on the throwaway, is amazing. And of course she would be, because she knows what she's doing. She is so picky. I really hope that Morphe sticks to this new way of doing their palettes, because this is like swatching a high-end brand right now. I'm blown away, and I'm only 1 row in of 5. It is incredible. Like, the mattes are so creamy. I mean, so many foiled metallic shades are creamy in so many palettes now, but to get creaminess out of mattes so rarely happens. And I have quite a few Morphe palettes. This is nothing like them, you guys. You need to get this palette. This palette is incredible and so worth the fact that it is $38 versus their normal like $22 or $23. It is so good. Oh my gosh. And then I just realized, I think Charisse asked me, how do I get my palette so quickly? Do I pay for extra shipping? And I don't. I just literally sign on to sites 5 minutes before launch and keep refreshing and refreshing and refreshing. And I purchase it the second it launches. So I'm in like the top 4 shipments going out. So that's how I do it. All right, but back to swatching. I'm blown away right now. When I put my finger into like the first cream, it is butter. Okay, I'll see you guys again in a second. So I managed to get the first 3 rows on one arm and then the last 2 rows on the other arm. And I just realized that our palettes don't come with the slip that everybody in PR received with the shade names. So either mine was forgotten, or when you order it, we don't actually get that slip, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I'd only seen Jaclyn's and one other YouTuber's PR box unboxing thing. I stayed away from everybody else's tutorials because you guys know I really like to be surprised. But I had seen that there was a slip included that showed what each name was, and I just realized that my palette doesn't have it. So that's kind of a bummer. I can't tell you guys shade names, but these are all insanely gorgeous, which is really what matters at the end of the day. All right, these are so stunning. This is the first row. It ends with the baby pinks. I'm in love with the baby pinks, and these first 2 are so creamy, and these transition shades are so amazing. I like the first row, in love. Second row is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to here. So it's this to here. Gorgeous. I mean, I don't love this shade, but it's a really great transition shade to be working with these kind of tones. I have so many looks in mind that I want to do. Like, I want to work with the baby pinks and do a light look. I want to work with this and do something like with these shades right here, like these are so freaking gorgeous. But then the third row, oh my god. I so want to do something. These shades, like these deep dark shades. Oh, the burgundy is so beautiful. This is so, like, look at that. So gorgeous. Guys, I told you I would do whatever spoke to my heart. But then wait till you see my other arm. I really don't know what to do. Like, I literally can create 10 looks off the top of my head right now by looking at my swatches. I'm dying. I don't know if I want to keep it, like, with one color scheme, or if I really want to get crazy and play with color for the first one. I don't know what to do. These are truly so pretty. Let me show you the other arm. Look at these, like this purple and this blue. Oh, I am dying. The fourth row is the purple up until the blue. And then the last row is the blue to here. So I don't know if I want to get crazy and do something like blue, purple, incorporate some baby pink, and go like super colorful. Or like I said, go with like, I don't know. These are all just so gorgeous. I know that they're restocking them, and you guys, I mean, we're about to put it to the test for sure, but the color scheme, you have so many colors in here. You have everything you need if you didn't own any other palette, and these are packing a punch, and they're so creamy and so buttery and so pigmented. I'm in love. So I'm gonna go prep and prime my eyes and try to figure out what the heck I want to do, because too many different looks are speaking to me right now. Alright, something that I want to point out to you guys that I'm actually really surprised Jaclyn missed, because she is as anal as I am. But with the white packaging, I don't know, oh maybe my camera's not even going to pick it up. This has got fingerprints and it is so dirty already, but I think because of the white and the reflection. I want to show you guys how dirty this is already. Because this is going to drive my OCD mental. There's such a dark fingerprint right here, smudges up here. It's like really bad, but I think everything's too reflective for you guys to see. So it's not something that is wipeable, the material that this is made with. So if you guys are like me, just beware that even though the palette looks gorgeous, in no time it is going to be very dirty, and this already is driving me crazy, where I would have had this on display, but it's not going to be on display. It's just going to be with my palettes, and I love the shades. I'm going to get a lot of use out of it, but it's not a display worthy palette because it is a dirty already. Just so you guys know, because if you got OCD like me, it's going to bug you. So I've decided that we'll go really fun and colorful. It is summertime after all, and I'm going to have plenty of opportunity to work with all of those deep burgundy colors, the gold colors, the baby pink colors, and I'm dying because, oh my god, like everything is speaking to me in this palette. But I'm going to make the blue be the main focus because this looks so fun. So starting with my Carry E31 brush, I'm going to take the first transition shade because these first two are not. And there is a little bit of powder kickback, but that is okay, probably. And start building on the crease and above. Yeah, like look at that pigmentation already. Now taking the next transition shade, still on my Carity E31, I'm going to do the same thing. Now I'm going to take this shade for my next transition shade. I'm going to scale my brush down to a Sigma E35 fluffy brush. Yeah, these have a lot of powder kickback, but they're so creamy and blendable that it doesn't matter. But if that's something that bothers you, there is like barely tapping into it, just so you guys are aware. There is a lot of kickback. But to me, I'm fine with that as long as the shadows perform well, and these are performing amazingly well. They're blending like a dream, but if that's something that bothers you, the mattes so far have all been like that, just so you know. Now taking this transition shade on the same Sigma brush, you're going to do the same thing. Kick back again, just so you guys know. That is the fourth matte. Yes, fourth matte with kickback, but so blendable. My last transition shade will be this baby right here. And then I'm going to scale down my brush further using a Sigma F63. It's been a long day. Okay, there's not as much kickback with this shade. So that's odd, but there's not. The more I'm working with this shade, the more kickback there is. Now I'm just going to take this OCC brush and just buff and blend everything so there's nothing harsh and it's all blended nicely together. Now I'm going to take this shade right here on my MAC 242 brush and coat this baby well. I'm so excited for the metallics. Milani her up. thanks to Nikki. This is gonna be my halo. That is just beautiful. So blinding. Now time for this blue. I'm so excited to see what this is gonna look like. I can't even tell you guys. Oh my goodness. All right. Coat this baby well. Still using my MAC 242. Milani her up. And this is gonna be on the inner and outer corners. That is beautiful. That is so summertime. I'm in love. You guys, these metallics are amazing. Amazing. Like, I so hope that Morphe continues doing what they did with this palette. This is just so good. It does not compare. I'm actually going to add a little bit of this pink over top of the halo because this halo shade is a little bit too sheer. So I'm going to mix some of the pink and see if that pops. And then maybe put a little bit of that champagne taupey color, silver color back over top of it. Yeah, that's better. Now I'm going to take the Tarte Eye Jewels glitter liner in silver and do like a half cut crease. So I'm going to start with the base. Now taking the silver glitter side, I'm going to go over top of the base. I just got the purple swatch all over my chin. Alright, I'm gonna go line, do my face, finish that up, and then I will be back to do the lower lash line. So I finished up my face, but I did not do any mini videos with trying out new products because I am in a little bit of a hurry. I have company coming up for the next 3 days, so I won't be able to do any filming, but I have pre-recorded a bunch of videos for you guys. So we're covered on the uploads coming your way. This one was just like a completely spontaneous, I had no idea it was even getting delivered, crunch time, already had my night creams on type of video. So I just got right to it with products I already know and love. So I put on my Elegance lashes in Bombshell because those are my favorites. Then I put on my Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover Camouflage makeup for face and body with SPF 15. I mixed shades 1 and 3 Creamy Vanilla and 2W2 Rattan to get my fake tan look. All of this will be in the description bar below anyway, but that's my favorite foundation right now for maximum full coverage, so I went with that baby. Then I used my Estee Lauder Victoria Beckham bronzer in 02 Saffron Sun, so that's this baby. I used my Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop blusher in First Love because it's a nice nudie color and you don't want anything too intense when you're doing a blue eye because it would just clash, so I went with a nude blush. The beautiful intense glow you see is Natasha Denona All Over Glow Face and Body Shimmer in powder number 1 light. I always set my powders in place with MAC Fix Plus so everything can mesh together. But then to like amp up the glow, I took my Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray and only put that over my highlight. I like to do this with my eye and then I don't mind. I have noticed now, even when I'm like up close, there's not even glitter that comes off. So I don't know. I had watched one video where Jaclyn was complaining that there was glitter in this. So I've always been really careful. And ever since then, all I do is cover my eye and I literally get right up on my face and then fan it off and there's no issue. So I don't know. But that amplifies my glow big time. I set my face using my Physicians Formula Cover Tox 10 Wrinkle Therapy Face Powder. I have my favorite color from Dose of Colors Liquid Lip in Stone. I don't know why I even looked at that. Like, I didn't know what the shade was. I'm out of it, you guys. I'm so tired. It's not even funny. I did my waterline and tight line using my Ardency in Modster pencil in black. And I did my wing using my Tom Ford eye defining pen. I was going to say in black, but obviously I don't even know if he makes multiple shades. I think he only makes it in black. It's late at night. Like I said, I had my night creams on. I knew I had packages at the door. I didn't know that this was coming already. I'm hopped up on antihistamines because I was outside. I'm so all over the place. So please bear with me. And I even highlighted my inner corner ahead of time a little bit. And then I'm like, what am I doing? I haven't even done the lower lash line yet. So yes. It's a miracle that we're even at this point in the game. So brows and contour, baking, all of that is always listed in the description bar below as well too. So I'm going to zoom you guys in now so we can get going on finishing up this lower lash line. So I'm going to take this shade and this shade, now that we have powder and a good base and everything else going on, and just mix those two on my little baby BH Cosmetics brush while I wait for my eye set to come in and smoke this beneath the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take this shade and mix those two together on the same brush and smoke that beneath the lower lash line. There is actually quite a bit of fallout happening here and here. which I didn't notice at first before, and I am really tapping my brush off. So let me just take a little brush. This is a Sephora Pro Contour number 79. It's not really wiping away that easily. I think it would if I hadn't set it with a glowing set on my highlight, but it's sticking in there now. So that's a bit of a bummer. But I wasn't expecting fallout because there wasn't really that much fallout when I did my top line. So I don't know. Now I'm actually going to take this shade on a Sephora Pro Smudge Brush number 11 and smudge that beneath the lower lash line. Oh, there's so much fallout! Now taking the purple, we're gonna have fun with the lower lash line on a MAC 212 brush. I'm gonna dip this baby in, Milani her up, one more, and get that nice and tight to the lower lash line. Now going in with that pink, I'm going to make a little tiny halo on the lower lash line. Now taking a MAC 221 brush and the Natasha Denona Glow, I'm going to highlight the inner corners, re-highlight them. Now taking the Tarte Eye Jewels, I'm going to put a little bit of that on the inner corner. Base first. Now taking the glitter side, the best side. I ended up popping the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon in matte gel crayon in Whirlpool in my waterline just for a little added pop of color to tie in the blue. And I already had the black laid down, but I just put this over top. So it's nothing crazy, but just a little extra pop of some color to tie that in. So now this makeup look is complete. I'm just gonna go get dressed, do my hair, and I will be right back. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this like fun makeup look that I came up with, that you are as impressed with the swatches, the way the eyeshadows performed. I know that you can't actually feel the formulation. I wish you could, because when I put my finger in the first matte shade, I was so blown away. It was just so creamy. It is very, very rare to find a creamy matte. Honestly, it just is. And for Jaclyn to have perfected the creaminess in the mattes is unbelievable. So I don't think you guys will be disappointed if you guys have ordered it, or if you do order it, or you get your hands on it somehow through a back door on another site. Just any way, you'll have looks for the whole year. You really have every season even covered. Every kind of vibe, mermaid vibe, and then you have summer, you've got spring, you have fall, winter shades, like holiday shades. You literally have everything that you need in this palette. So I really hope you guys can get it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or found it helpful. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.